What's going on, guys and gals? Did you guys miss me? Sanitary here, checking in. It is Thursday, October 23rd, mid-afternoon. I actually got back yesterday, and I was supposed to get back actually Tuesday night, but there's a little bit of a delay, which I want to get into. But first and foremost, overall, the trip was really, really good. I hit up Barcelona, Rome, and then I did the Greek islands, Greece, Lewis cruise, three-day cruise around the Greek islands, and a little bit of Turkey. And then I came back. So let's start with the good. Now, seeing different cultures and going to Barcelona, Rome, and Greece, it was wonderful. I saw a lot of the famous things that sightseers see. In Rome, I saw the Sistine Chapel, I saw the Colosseum, saw some other things. It's kind of a blur because I did so much traveling, and I'm gonna get into that in a second. I was, at like 7 different hotels in the past couple of weeks. It's pretty crazy. But anyway, I did that. In Barcelona, I had some really, really good food. I saw a lot of the Gaudi, I think I'm saying that, pronouncing that correctly, the famous architect from Spain. I saw his buildings, had a lot of really good food, and it was really, really fun. With Barcelona, we took the metro. Me and my wife took the metro. It was really, really convenient, really, really easy, and it saves you a little bit more money than having to take a cab. So we did that. After that, we ventured to Rome, like I mentioned. The Trevi Fountain, Trevi, if you get a chance, check that out. I went to it, but to my disappointment, when I went, they were actually doing renovations. It's that big waterfall in the background. That whole water fountain, in the background with all those epic statues and the waterfall. I keep saying waterfall, sorry. The water fountain, it's not a waterfall, okay? So I wasn't able to see that. You just walk through it, but there's no water, right? So then after that, went on the 3-day cruise. The cruise was good because I did a lot of, walking around, in Barcelona and Rome. So I was kind of actually tired. It's kind of weird to be tired on a vacation, so it's not really considered a more of a relaxing vacation, but I'm still consider myself pretty young and healthy. So if you're not going to do it right now, then you could do it later, but you never know what's going to be in store for the next day or in the years to come. So you got to do it when you're healthy. But anyway, I digress. I went on the cruise for 3 days. That was good. A lot of different activities. There's a little bit of a casino, and during the cruise, every day we had 2 stops. We went to the different islands, Mykonos, Santorini, those are the most popular ones, Crete, and then Patmos, I believe. Patmos. Went on that. So basically, if you've never been on a cruise, you hang out on the cruise pretty much all day, and then you go to these excursion points, and then the cruise stops, and then you have like 3 or 4 hours to sightsee. And then we did a little bit of Turkey too, or we went to this shopping bazaar. The bazaar is basically, it's kind of like a flea market, but you walk in and then there's just like all these stores back to back, and you can get a ton of cheap knockoff. And when I say knockoff products, I don't mean that in any disrespect, because I bought like 3 Lacoste shirts that look pretty much identical for like 10 euros. So that only comes out to like $12, $13. US American dollars for like 3 shirts, whereas one Lacoste shirt, you're just paying for the brand. And granted, the material's a little bit different, probably a little bit cheaper, I would think, but you can't really tell. That I'm all about the cost. It's not a big deal for me. So instead of paying like 60 something dollars for one Lacoste shirt, got 3 for like 10 euros, like I mentioned. So that was really, really cool. People there are a little bit more aggressive a little bit, because that's a really touristy spot, and they know that. People in Turkey, they know that this is the tourist time. And I talked to one of the guys, and he said, yeah, basically we're going to be closing shop in like 2 weeks. And I asked why. He said, because we only are open for this tourist time with the cruises. But anyway, that was really, really cool. And then my overall impression of the culture and the people, granted, I only got a snapshot like 2 or 3 days in each place, but I would say Greece, I felt like they were the most polite, I guess. Nothing to take away from Rome, the Italians, and the Spaniards in Barcelona. But one occasion in Spain, I think we had dinner, we sat down, and no one served us. We just kind of walked out. I let the hostess know, and I think she got kind of like shocked. But it was kind of weird because we're like the only ones in there anyway. So how could you forget that we were there? We just walked away, no big deal. It happens, I guess. The second place was in Rome. That kind of pissed me off. It was a pizza and beer place that I checked on Yelp that got really good reviews for pizza. And we were pretty much sat outside, but we were close to the staff members, and they were sitting there just taking smoke breaks, you know, not really caring. I don't know, because we're foreigners. So I was like, forget it, we're just leaving, you know. I mean, we're here to spend money. We're here from another country. And I respect other cultures, but at the same time, it's like, I understand, you know, over there the pace is a little bit different. I did some research, and it's just the way it is. It's different culture, and I can totally understand that. But there comes a time and place when, you know, you have to find that fine line between their culture and just them just not giving a shit. Sorry, excuse me for our language, not caring, you know. So basically, we just left, whatever. There's so many other spots. But overall, it was a really, really good experience. Glad to be back. Those are the positives, and I don't want to make this too long of a video if you're still hanging around. But for the negatives, it's all about the travel. The traveling was terrible. Every flight that we had, there were some issues. When me and my wife first left from SFO, San Francisco Airport, there was an hour and 45-minute delay on United. We didn't want to fly United, but that's what was offered. And we had a connecting flight. Basically, you take one flight, get off at Germany, and then from Germany, go to Barcelona. Hour 45-minute delay. Guess what happened? Because there was a delay, there was some power issues with the airplane. The majority of the people on that plane, like 90% looked like it, had connecting flights. We were one of them, so we were in Frankfurt, Germany. Oh, you know, we missed the connecting flight because of the delay, yada, yada, yada. We had to catch another one. We caught that, and it was fine. The big nightmare, though, was the reason why I came a day late, and that's because Lufthansa, they're the main like airline in Germany. Their pilots went on strike, and had I done my research, I found out that they have been on strike 8 times this past calendar year. That's an average of like one strike every 5 to 6 weeks, and the strike happened to land on this Monday and Tuesday, and our flight was Tuesday. I didn't find out till Monday night. Next morning, I called Lufthansa in Greece, trying to get a hold of them. Lines are nothing. You can't even get a hold. I asked the hotel guy. We tried like 10 lines. We booked it through Expedia, which, you know, I'm doing more research on that shady company. So that's for another discussion. But they weren't really helpful at all. My wife had to use her cell phone. It was like $1.50 to $2 a minute. And they're just putting us on hold. I'm like, hurry up and get this squared away. We want to rebook our flight and find the next available flight. They wouldn't help us. We did some sightseeing in Greece. Then all of a sudden, I was like, you know what? We have to go from our we have to go from our hotel to the other side of town to the airport, take the metro, because we got to take this in the matters in our own hands. Because if we sit around, we're not going to get another flight, and the next nearest flight, the closest flight, you know, because it's going to all be booked up. So we got to the Lufthansa airport, and I looked, and the line was just long. And we got there at 6:30 p.m. the day before I was supposed to have the flight on Tuesday, the Monday night. Guess what time I got to the front of the line and finished? Not 1 hour. This is in a line, okay? Not lounging around, moving around. Not 2 hours. Not 3 hours. Not 5 hours. I timed it. 6:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. in a line. Got to the point where we just all started grabbing chairs and moving up like a half an inch every like 5 minutes, it seemed like. And the only good thing with that is I met some really nice people, and we kept each other company. I met a couple from like SoCal, girl from Germany, another country, really, really nice. We're all in that predicament. As I got to the front of the line, you know, that was Monday night. We're scheduled for Tuesday. They had nothing for Tuesday. That's what I was expecting. They gave us the next flight on British Airways on Wednesday. So we ended up doing that. Lufthansa Air Services, they basically gave us a voucher for a free hotel the next night, which is, you know, they should do that, which they did. And, you know, dinner, breakfast, lunch, and dinner meal. And then I took British Airways on that Wednesday. And then I almost missed that flight because the security there is just up the ass. I had to literally, run, and I made me and my wife made the closing gate with like 8 minutes to go. Well, actually I made 8 minutes, she made like 3 minutes. So it's really, really crazy, really stressful. But anyway, enough with that. This video's getting too long. I just wanted to get that off my chest. So if you are gonna fly international, for one, Lufthansa airline, it's spelled Luthhansa or something like that. I'm kind of butchering. Just look it up. They go on strike like all the time, and it affected 200,000 people this time. They did one in April that affected like 300,000. It screws you up big time. You get stuck and you get stranded. It's a nightmare. So if you can, I won't fly them. I'll try not to, and I'm not gonna fly United. I rarely ever do. I usually fly Virgin within the States, but it's kind of limited. But enough with that. I'm gonna just relax for today, and ironically, I actually have to go to a wedding tomorrow. Flying again, this time to LA. 1 hour flight, hopefully no issues, right? So don't worry, I just want to give you guys a quick update. I wanted to sneak this video in before I leave tomorrow. Don't worry, the new content's coming, new series of videos is coming, probably on Sunday or Monday. Thanks once again for all your support. I hope you guys had a really good, fun 2 weeks while I was gone as well. Hope you guys are safe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.